Welcome back to another episode of Uncropped, where we today are going to be talking about a film that we just filmed, edited, and posted in the past 12 hours. We started filming it last night around, 8 o'clock p.m., and ended up finishing editing at 12:15. So we made a lot of progress in one night. So 5 hours it took us to the whole process of the film, and then we posted it this morning. So today I have the writer of the film and director, and we basically just shared a lot of the inspiration behind it. I have Dillon with me.
What's going on?
And Enzo, his first time acting in a film. It came out really, really well.
Hello.
And Enzo's here as well.
Hello.
So we're going to go watch that film and just write down notes about what we think and stuff to mention. And it's going to be interesting to get the actor's perspective to hear what kind of mindset he was in.
And what kind of mindset I was in? Sure, you want to hear that?
We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, we are back. We just watched Unsomnia once again. It's not at all like we watched it like 7 times last night as we were editing. So, first off, I want to go to Enzo and ask, how was that experience acting? That was your first experience acting. You approached me, you were like, I want to try acting in a film. And I was like, Dillon probably has a film ready to go.
Yeah, I will say that for my first experience acting, a really good experience. Like, I didn't feel like any pressure or anything, so I feel like that was a good way to like start off if like I wanted to like actually get into this, which I probably do, honestly. I think it was a really good first experience to be around people that I not that I just know, but I have been around before. Like, well, obviously Michael's my brother, and Dillon's like the half brother, like from Twice Removed, you know, because like I've known him for a while because he's Michael's friend, right? So, but
for 3 years now? Jeez.
3 years, yeah. So it was a really good environment. It was just the three of us, and we were just messing around and doing this really cool thing. But like it was also serious at the same time. Like I got into a zone and I made funny faces and serious faces, and then
we have
said one line. So
yeah, we have a nice blooper reel for this. So maybe we can post that at some point.
I know. But personally, I think it was my like perfect first project to be acting on because there was only one line, and God knows I really need to like practice my line delivery.
Well, a lot of it also was like the body movements, which is arguably the most important part of acting, is getting those body movements down and the visual representation.
Physical acting is part of acting too.
It's like the most
physical acting
part.
is my favorite part.
I know,
it is my favorite part.
I know that you're gonna say, "Oh no, shit," but it's true. Like
it's
just line delivery is one part of it,
you know what they
that's why I give more action than dialogue. Is that yes, I can write dialogue, but working with non-actors, you know, they're not experienced. None of us are professional actors, so
yeah, exactly.
It's better to show actions and emotions than saying lines that could come out really cheesy.
Yeah.
You know what they say, actions speak louder than words.
Exactly.
You know what speaks louder than actions? I don't know. There was a saying after that and I completely forgot it.
So my question for you, Enzo, is did you have any sort of like mode you had to get into, or like any sort of thing that you had to mentally transport yourself into to be able to act in this role?
Well,
or was it just go as you like, do whatever?
At first it was kind of do whatever, and then I kind of realized that I am acting better in this particular role. Like, the dude's sleepy, he just woke up, right? And he's scared. So like all I did was just kind of like make myself really sleepy, especially with like
the first scene where you were lying down for 3 minutes.
Okay, the first thing we did was in the bedroom. We just got shots of me sleeping, and I actually fell asleep for like a solid 30 seconds, and I actually got woken up. So like I was it's
genuinely
like
sleepy.
method acting. It's like method acting.
It was method acting, and hey, we're all tired people, so it works.
And it
Yeah,
was
exactly.
shot,
We
like,
were pretty tired because we just went to like what 99, and
Yeah.
we just
Yeah,
waited
yeah.
for like 20 minutes with like screaming children around
Oh my
us.
god.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's the perfect role for you, for all of us.
exactly.
We were not remaking Andy Warhol's Sleep. I will mention that.
So going into the film itself, like obviously at Enzo, you did a great job, better than I expected for your first film. That's coming from your brother.
That's the nicest thing this man has ever said to me. Put that on
I
note.
think that's a lie.
No,
But okay.
that is the nicest thing this guy's ever said to me.
But no, like genuinely, like I was not expecting you to get into that much of a zone, and us to be able to get through that as quickly. I was expecting us to have to shoot half of it at night, half of it in the morning, or something.
Yeah.
Going into the film itself, like as we watched it through, I took some notes. First thing I absolutely love about this film is the dripping audio of the water. Like one of the first shots you see.
It was so good that it made me uncomfortable. Like hearing that noise makes me uncomfortable, and that's how you know you did a fucking good job.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, we had an audio dripping, a dripping sound effect before, but it was just straight on the patter of the like. It was just on the
sink.
Floor of the sink. But I was like, Dillon, we need to redo that, and we just recorded on an iPhone. On his iPhone, and we just did it into like another pile of water, and it sounded so much better. Added a little reverb, and it came out so
Reverb.
well.
Yeah, the first
Add a
sound,
little bit of reverb in there.
the first recording sounded a lot like rain. This one sounded much more like
This
water
sounded
dripping.
a million times more dramatic. And one thing I love about this film is, I don't know if you intended it for it to be like this way, but once I got my hands on the footage, I was in a zone. I was like, nobody bother me, just let me edit, and I just put stuff together. But I don't know if you intended it to be like a slow ramping up of the drama, but that's what I made it.
I did intend it to be a slow ramping up of the drama.
Well, it worked. It definitely worked.
I did expect there to be more shots in there, but I mean, we did have to adapt part of the script. That's filmmaking.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to be in the bathroom scene, a split screen, like he would leave, but his reflection would still be in the mirror.
And we tried like the creepy smile thing.
Really
Like,
small.
the idea that I came up with, which I'm fucking proud. Even though that didn't work out, I'm proud that I even had that idea to begin with, because
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good idea. I just think that, unfortunately, with that small of an area, if we had like a bigger bathroom, like the one in our house or whatever, we would have totally been able to do that. But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
the one in the studio would have worked so perfect.
that's
for
a
that.
huge mirror.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking. I didn't know Mikey had such a small bathroom. But, you
I
know,
didn't know either.
no film ever comes out 100% the way you want it. Nobody's perfect.
Looking back, you know what we could have done? We could have changed that bathroom scene into a kitchen scene, because I was looking to fix my hair to make sure my hair was okay for the shot.
And you did it in the window.
I did it in the window of the kitchen, and the reflection was like perfect. We could totally have done that. We just take down Michael's sappy posters.
that's kind of weird.
Or sappy.
I
Yeah.
think that it's
It wouldn't be
better
the
in
best
bathroom.
reflection.
That's
either.
true.
Yeah, especially with the
adds the
camera filming
creepiness.
and the light, it would be really bright.
Speaking of kitchen, though, Enzo, Mike, I know you agree with me. I say, and especially Mike, that kitchen scene with him with a knife,
That was my favorite.
I think that
So
is
good.
one of the best
Oh my
scenes
God.
we've ever filmed.
I think you surprised yourself with that.
The shot was good. The lighting was good. I looked good. Like, not to toot my own horn here, but that was probably one of the best
you
shots.
did look good.
I know.
Are you talking? Wait, which shot in specific are you
The,
talking?
when he's
the
holding
knife.
the
So
knife.
many.
Especially, dude. Oh my god, so fucking cool how you guys did that with the door like closing and then me turning
Yes.
around and cutting to that shot.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
because-
that is my favorite thing that they do in like actual movies. It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
And I wanted to make that cut quick, but I didn't want it to be so quick that it like looks like it skips a few
A
frames.
jump cut.
Yeah, we don't want to make a jump cut, but we wanted to make it like make sense.
Yes.
And the one thing that I don't know, part of me is heartbroken about that it didn't come out as good as I thought, is the shot of the knife against the wall.
Yeah,
it came out well.
It
just
looked
didn't
good.
come out as
Like
good
it
as I
looked good
thought.
from my point of view and probably from your point of view, but like I mean, it didn't really come out that great. But
I was
still,
able to
it's
use it
still a
because it was
good-
still a good shot.
It's still a good like shot to like have just to like not be in the same area all the time. One thing that I kind of noticed was personally, like, I'm not a filmmaker, but personally, like, with the whole kitchen shot, I would have had, like, less cuts between me, like, sleeping and stuff.
I mean,
it just kind of, like, caught me off guard when I first watched it.
The reason why we did that is because to show that you're still asleep, you're still dreaming, and it's ramping up intensity. That's actually what my next point was. It was ramping up the intensity, and it's making the viewer going, like, what's going on? Because that's what you were thinking when you watched it, like, what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of got, like, nervous or whatever. That's the whole point of that shot, of that ramping up of drama, is to be able to be like, okay, it's trying to scare the viewer, too. It's a horror shoot. Yeah. It's a horror film, so...
Yeah, and it's an experimental film. Mike, I'm also very glad that we tried the cinema mode.
Oh my god, it came out so well.
Speaking of the cinema mode, slow-mo, check your frame rate.
We shot the first 3 shots in slow-mo unintentionally, so it was like 10 minutes of Enzo just laying there.
No, and also, like, when I got up, like, we only noticed it, like, when I got up, so, like, you had this, like, slow-mo shot, like,
of him doing, like, a
getting
hair
up,
flip,
and, like, and my little, like, hair flip to, like, fix my hair, getting out of bed. It looked like a completely different kind of movie.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Oh, we're turning you into a model now.
Yeah, for real.
God.
But no. So lesson, check your frame rate. The thing is, I set the settings to 24 frames per second.
And then it switched to 60.
I guess
somehow.
it got switched to 60, but it still works.
So, going to the next point I wrote down is the light color.
I have one more thing about the kitchen.
What?
That I thought was pretty funny. So I showed this to one of my friends because she wanted to see, like, how it turned out, because I told her I was doing this.
Yeah.
And one of the only thing she said about it, she said it was great, but she said it was really funny how, like, the big kitchen knife was, like, right with the spoons.
Yeah.
And I just said that, welcome to my brother's apartment. And everything's all over the place.
He doesn't have a
There's
knife
not
holder,
much space in the drawers, so
yeah.
I don't want to blindly reach back.
She's really into film, so I'm not surprised that she noticed that. Like, she analyzes every detail.
Yeah.
Shout out, Maddie.
We noticed it too, so...
Yeah.
But we only did it because it would be more convenient for you to reach, and we didn't want you reaching all the way back and, like, whacking your hand, which then just ruin the shot. So, just having the knife there, it's so much more convenient. Because remember, we did try a shot with it out back first.
Which it didn't go that bad, in my opinion.
It didn't, but it was more...
just a couple more shots.
Extra step.
Yeah.
Because that kind of motion and that kind of scene, you want it to be quick.
And hey,
an excuse for it being there. It's a dream. Not everything's gonna be perfect.
And it's a drawer. My knife in my drawer at home, they're all scattered around.
Yeah,
so.
mine's right side up. So if anyone tries to grab it, they stab themselves.
Not
totally.
Not everybody has a knife holder. Not everybody has knives in the house.
Not everybody.
People are
everybody
lazy.
uses them for cutting
Mike.
food. Some people use them for cutting people. Huh, Michael?
Okay. Anyway, on to my next point is that I absolutely love the color that we chose for the light.
Thank you, Mike.
It was amazing.
We used
it really
LED light stick.
Enzo's on meh with that, but I think
I
it looks
don't
really
think
cool.
blue matches the whole scary thing. I think.
Well, it's called lighting for darkness. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I admit we're doing limited equipment. It could have been obviously 100 times better.
I think red would look fucking cool.
Oh yes, but
red's too used. I think red is too highly concentrated in that, like, sense where people use red in horror films way too much.
They use it way too much because it's good.
Yeah, but it's too much. That's why it's too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, it's just lighting for darkness. The room is dark, but you have to obviously be able to see it. Yeah.
Also, when you think of dream,
dream,
what color do you think?
Yellow.
Why yellow?
All my dreams that I have are like God ray yellow.
Interesting.
Like the lighting.
Well, the first thing comes to my mind is like clouds, blue sky.
I think you just like blue, Michael. Everything in this room is blue, pretty much.
One thing in this room is blue.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm blue. Dabba dee.
7.
Oh, this is also blue. Enzo, look.
8.
This is also blue.
Snowball blue microphone. Don't forget the Red Sox logo.
That's, yeah, okay. Anyway.
No,
I just think the color of the light was really good.
In either case, lighting was good. I see why we could have done better, but for what we did, this was the more it's definitely a step up from like the natural light we've used in the past for like hide and sleep and Last Stream and all of our other films.
For sure, yeah.
I'm still working on lighting. We're still working on our lighting skills.
But I think we did pretty well this time.
I wish I had my night lights.
And then looking at the Dutch angle shots, I'm honestly glad that when we were filming, I was like, wait, Dillon, should we do Dutch angle for this one? He's like, yes! So I set up Dutch angle shot, and it looked amazing. It was the first one looking at him with the bathroom in the background. I was like, Dillon, we got to do this.
And that's the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's a thumbnail now too, and oh my god. And then continuing that from the opposite angle. I mean, technically we did break the 180 rule or whatever,
rule.
but it's literally part of the film.
No, but that was the
Rules are
point
made to
to
be
break.
broken, my friends.
But I did that to break that because he turns around. It's like to make it even more confusing.
Exactly, yeah.
Again, rules are meant to be broken. You just said it over there. And
yeah. Well, the cuts back and forth, I think that's awesome. I loved it. If I'm honest, I had no clue what the hell I was going to do in editing when we were filming. And then as I got the footage, I was like, okay, start the kitchen scene and just build off of that. So that's what I did. It took me like, what? I was like in a zone, just like glued to the computer for like an hour editing.
Enzo and I were watching Forrest Gump.
Yeah, and these two were watching Forrest Gump while I had my noise canceling headphones on editing in this film.
And we wanted to help you. We offered to help, and you were
I was
like,
no, give
away.
me my time. So
But, no,
and then I had
to
the whole from like the kitchen scene to the no, and then a cut to black. That's how far I'd gotten.
I have to do my director's cut now.
Yeah, no, don't do that. It's perfect the way it is, Dillon. Do not. That would just be terrible.
Now I'm gonna have to.
I'm gonna turn everything red.
No.
Yes.
Anyway, so that was the editing process. Like I was just glued to my computer for an hour while they were watching Forrest Gump or whatever.
It's true.
And then I started with the video first, then expanded on the audio, and then transitions. And then I added the beginning and the end parts because I kind of wanted Dillon to help me go through that because I didn't know exactly what his vision was for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, in all, if we're thinking editing took like maybe 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Probably accurate right there.
I'll be honest, I forgot to shoot one scene, so I did it with Enzo real quick.
Yeah, while I was editing the rest, yeah.
That happens.
Which is the kitchen scene, the first thing you see.
Yeah, because in my eyes, and in the script too, he needed an establishing shot, like, okay, he's going to bed, and also, like, he's already a little wary of something in the apartment, because you see it, he's, taking a drink of water, but he's looking around, like, something could be here, shakes it off, shuts the lights off.
I should have been a drink of rum or something like that.
Well, the issue with that is you're not of age, so...
Says who? The government.
Says your age.
Says the government, Michael. When was the last time you listened to the government? Exactly.
I pay taxes.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
get out of here.
Anyway, so we're gonna go to the my last point, and if you guys have anything to add, you can. The warp stabilizer at the end with the POV shot.
I don't know what that is. It's a big word.
You know how it looks wonky? It looks like kind of like glitchy.
I'm the talent. I'm not the editor.
Do you know what you have to understand the words I'm saying though.
No,
you know how it looks kind of weird and wonky when looking around?
Oh, yeah.
That was actually an attempt to put a warp stabilizer on it, which normally just smooths out the video to make it less shaky. But then we got that kind of glitchy look at it because we were moving the camera so quick. And that made it look wonky and kind of glitchy, and it looked so much better than I thought.
Unintentionally, intentionally, it came out very well.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, that was a funny thing I wanted to mention. Anything else you have to add? Because we did a lot in a short amount of time.
I call this a spiritual successor to Hide and Sleep. It is part of the Dream series that I love working on. Short, again, 2 to 3 minute films about someone having a very weird dream. Or had to add the question, what do you dream about at the end? Mike, I call this too like a more professional Hide and Sleep.
Yeah.
So, and I think it came out really well.
I think so too. I think it was a million times better.
Personally, the way you edited it, I I didn't expect it to be like that, but I've come to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. I could tell on your face you're like, kind of like, what is he doing?
I imagine more shots, but I thought this film would be a bit longer. Again, we had to cut some stuff for technical and obvious reasons. Yeah. But, you know, it came out well. Too bad we couldn't add the teddy bear in.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
I know.
That was a little cheesy anyway. But, no, I will say, Michael, thank you. Enzo, you did great, man.
Thank you.
Want to work with you again. I guess we'll have to talk to your agent and work out your
that's
salary.
me.
Yeah, my new agent. My brother's my new agent, apparently.
Yeah. So
don't be a stage brother, like the stage.
I'll see you guys at the awards for the film festival we're putting this into, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna try and submit this if this gets a good response. But other than that, do you have anything else you want to add, Enzo?
What do you call a gorilla with earmuffs?
I don't know.
Anything you want. You can't hear you, man. You know, I told that joke. This is really off topic. I told that joke in middle school for the talent show, and I had to memorize all the jokes on cards. That was the only joke I've memorized, and it's stuck with me these entire years. I'm currently 18, right? And I memorized that joke when I was 10 or 9.
Okay, so next film we'll hire you as comedy.
Oh God!
Please, I need to be in a comedic film. So put me in a rom-com or something.
Oh wait,
please.
okay.
Rom-com.
Put me in a rom-com or some sort of action movie or just a comedy movie. Put me in a John Wick clone movie.
I would love to see me and Enzo in a comedy movie together. I think that'd be funny.
That would be funny.
That'd be hilarious. So
get writing, Dillon.
Dylan, come on, let's go.
I'm not the best.
Come on, he's on his phone right now. He's already writing. He's writing down the idea.
I'm not the best
now.
comedic writer, so.
Oh, I can help with that. I'm a really funny guy.
I scare people. I don't make people laugh.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for
today's. You gotta walk out of your comfort zone. Sorry.
That's gonna wrap it up for today's episode. We will see you next time. I don't know what film we're gonna do next time, but
I'm not gonna be here, so it doesn't matter.
We'll find out. Yeah, you're not gonna be here, so
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Have a great day.
They only came here for me. Just kidding. That's really mean.
Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you next time on Uncropped.